and some young players that can step.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm gonna try to do
The thing that they need to do too is short.
I'm gonna attempt
Is that combination of the backs they had last year going to be good enough to go forward this year?
to do a day trade
becomes
with
the guy, and if not, who's their answer?
Nikola. I kind of like what they're doing right now.
Answer these questions because what happens
Mind you, you could actually buy stocks with the
for Dak to do many
Cash App.
if you run the
So this is a platform that I use for day trades once in a while.
chance to be successful.
You know, Coach, I've known you for a long time, obviously, and your work it speaks for itself. 2-time NFL Coach of the Year with the Carolina Panthers. How difficult, though, was that job in Washington for you to
So they're at 63 cents right now.
changes? You have to go through the unrest.
I'm gonna wait a little bit
of the country just
to see if they actually go down lower to 62 cents.
Well, it does become a big distraction, Keyshawn, more so than anything else, because you're no longer being
Or
football, you're being focused on.
if I should get them now,
Sometimes you try to make sure the guys understand we got to
let me wait and see.
important and separate it from what's interesting. And the interesting stuff was all that stuff that had nothing to do with football. So my time was being split. It was hard on the players because, again, this should have been about the players. We had a
They were just at 165 about an hour ago, so
recognition data.
they've been jumping from 161
guys that are being
to 165 since yesterday.
important. And a guy like Terry McLaurin, to me,
So 163 might not be a bad place to get them at.
because how good a football player he is.
Is there even a little tiny?
But of course, if I could get them at 162,
The second pick in the draft, Keyshawn loves.
that'd be better.
Watch him go up out here. It appears.
I mean, at 62 cents, I'm sorry.
It's going to unfold, but do you think? Gee, I could have had Jaden Daniels.
I got like 10 of them that I'm looking at, so.
Or whoever. Not that they were terrible, but they weren't stars. They weren't
Right.
quarterbacks who can take you places.
I'm a little envious of their situation. I mean, they put themselves in a great spot now. They've got 6.
So right now they're at
They have a
63.06.
chance to add some really young, quality football players. I think with what they want to do with Cliff Kingsbury's offensive mind, I think Jaden Daniels fits exactly where he needs. He needs a guy that can extend plays, control platform, that can make plays downfield because he's extended that play. Now I think that's where the fit is. I like him just as much as he.
Yeah, dude, I'm not all that excited about Cliff Kingsbury and what he's been able to do offense. Like, I hate that. First of all, I hate the air raid offense. And I don't know that that's exactly what they're going to run.
Or I might wait for Tilray Brands to go back down under 177 and
Like, they put too much
attempt to do a day trade with them. Because I got out
because
from the investment I did with them and made $40, which is not bad because I know that they're gonna go lower. So what I'm trying to do with Tilray or Nikola is get them at a low point, go in and get more return. But better than keeping it in the bank and not doing nothing. I'm letting it work for me.
His mindset's going to have to change about just extending play by finding the right time to get down, right time to get out of bounds. He's got to save himself, and that's going to be real important because again, they're going to be able to run the ball successfully and
Meaning my money.
be able to distribute the ball. Well, I love the receivers they have.
For those of you that are new and don't know what I'm talking about,
They're going very, very
we're talking money.
people.
Division. Philadelphia Giants, Dallas, Washington. Just in the offseason, because it's all opaque. We don't got a September. How would you pick the nod to the division?
Wow. Based on what happened last year, we want, to me, again, the nod still stays with Dallas. But based on what's been going on so far, you got to take a long look at Philadelphia. Howie's not going to sit back. Howie's going to find more opportunities to add on to what
So Tilray's
makes sense.
177 to
Philly right now
179 up to 180, and they're just
thanks Philly because of what they've done. But
around that range since the opening bell. And
people, I think it could be.
Nikola is at 63.02, so they can't decide whether they want to go lower or higher either.
Jaden.
Yes, absolutely. Because I promise you, what everybody's done the first few months of
Bitcoin Depot is at 191, so they're actually going in for another dip, it seems like.
So then the last month, they probably sat down and said, okay, let's talk about what he does do and how well he does it and how it fits us. I mean, there's a lot of things that people are going through right now to find out, you know.
Petco Health and Wellness is another stock that you could buy with Cash App, and they're at 161, which is not bad.
Why they're our best pick.
So, speaking of quarterbacks, as you look back on your time in Carolina, and you obviously got to a
But
Super Bowl.
Nikola is a stock that I want to get because it's a cheaper stock. They're at 63 cents. So if I
you were up and you were down,
go in 4,000 with them,
you were sort of lingering emotion,
and then I wait for them to go back up to, let's say, 67 or 65, I'll get more return since the stock was cheaper.
The best players. Tremendous athlete, tremendous football player, loved the game, and should still be
But I'm going to go in on Nikola right now.
back from that shoulder. And that's been the hard part, the hard thing to accept is this is a guy that if he could have stayed healthy,
They're at 63.19.
would probably still be playing right now.
This is the hard part, is deciding when to actually go in when you're attempting to do a day trade, because sometimes they do go down, and me, I don't like to lose personally, because you could sell and lose, or you could wait and get some kind of return back.
Just a running style quarterback, and a lot of the injuries aren't because they run the ball. The injuries are occurring in the pocket, not outside the pocket.
but as you know, Cam is a huge human being.
Yes, of course,
Just a huge.
So I'm going in. They're at 63.26.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson for the Colts.
If I get trapped, then I'll just
Happening.
wait.
Cam really didn't get nicked up until later in his career. It's just those. Once it starts, it's one after the other, and it compounds. That's what's happened to this young man already. And again, like you said, it doesn't just happen when they're running. It's
So I went in 4,000.
and so a lot of it is about them learning and developing and understanding what they have to do to protect themselves.
and bought.
My fear for Jaden is he looks like he's about half a Cam right now. Like he's slender, right?
I got him at 63 cents, and I bought 6,323 shares.
Better than Cam, but he's not to the point where you look at it.
I don't know if you can see it or not,
See,
but
because he's not a stick figure. No, he's got some muscle mass to him. He's just got smaller shoulders, bigger hands, and he's athletic. He can.
now we just wait.
He's like a little less than a Lamar. Not as shifty and fast. He's got some of that same stuff though, for sure. I've watched him all the way since high school, Arizona State, obviously.
So I'm gonna cut the video, and if I'm able to make this day trade,
he's not bothered by anything.
I'll continue the video then. And if not, then I'll just give you guys the update when I sell.
So
You guys have a
this
good one.
man got to
Madison Square Garden. How would you
What's up,
compare
guys? I'm back.
Other arenas in the country, you think? How would you compare it?
I think it's the world's most famous arena, and it's the greatest place to watch a basketball game, a concert, or
So I'm gonna attempt
Okay.
to close out a day trade with Nikola.
All right, safe travels to the West Coast if you go. We understand that you are needed.
I got them at 63 cents,
Can't wait to see you this
and they
week.
are currently at 64.29.
Madison Square Garden is full.
So
Obviously, it's a big deal. There's a buzz. Thing to do. Say there's a lot of other arenas though that I've had, upgrades and updates and things like that. That
I went in 4,000. Looking
feel
at
a
the
little more. Because it's the energy that Madison Square
Cash App
Garden has. That is the
tablet.
why when you walk in it feels special.
Yeah, anybody could do this, but make sure you give me a call first so you don't get trapped and lose your money.
It's just like a perfect setup.
Those videos of like whoever goes outside and has a microphone and guys are just walking up and screaming into it. I'm pumped to see what those.
They're at 64.23 now.
We're gonna get some grade A New Yorker.
So I'm gonna sell
Fantastic.
so I could
It should be grade A. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
get my day going. I have to go to the gym.
Ladies and gentlemen, to come in and take a victory lap, I would assume is a band who might win.
But I wanted to show you guys what I meant by day trade and how it's actually done.
Cover the NHL on ESPN.
So
Here
you
in on
people
this-
that are actually
He still gets
trying to
massage
attempt to
6
do the
days
same
a week,
thing
even
as me,
though He's a retired athlete because you never know.
because try it at
Ladies and
home,
gentlemen,
lose your money, and then give me a call so I can show you how it's done.
let's go, boys. Let's go.
So I'm gonna sell
Buffalo up, Pat.
Sometimes I do lose though because it drops in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
So it's always a risk when you're selling.
Expect to go bolts immediately, but we.
But most of the time I win.
6 games, but I want Coach for Hart. Tampa sent me to
64-24.
So you go for coach, you got Panthers, and then obviously the Maple Leafs steal one in Boston. You're riding hot right now. It's a good Tuesday for PK Subban.
Oh, look at this. Bright and sunny day out in Bristol, Connecticut. Couldn't ask for anything better than this. You did find a spot. Thank you. I'm live. Thank you.
All right, PK, let's talk about what you're allowed to talk about, which is
So I sold,
last night in the NBA, incredible night in the NHL. Let's start in the Boston barn.
Made.
Obviously, this is the year that we assume the Boston Bruins are going to go on and win Lord Stanley Cup. They bring in Patty Maroon, a man who has 3 Stanley Cups, maybe beefing up the fourth line a little bit, add a little attitude.
let me show you guys how much I made.
Pedigree, and then all of a sudden they're losing to the Toronto
Remember, I went in 4,000. It's been about an hour.
Bruins. The playoffs since like team.
So I made $59 in an hour
When you see Austin
with 4,000 at the price that I got them at. So if I would have went in, let's say 15,000, it would have been more. Or if I would have waited for them to go up higher, it would have been more.
I think
It's just that I wanted to show you guys what I meant with the day trade, so I'm good with that for now.
6 games. I didn't expect this to be.
I did that for you guys, so you guys can learn.
I will say this. Last night.
Mess up, and then give me a call and show you guys how it's done.
Inspiration. Do not let the Toronto Maple Leafs
So,
off the hook. They let them
I'm off to the gym now. You guys have a good one.
stay out of the box. It doesn't allow